Hey guys, so I honestly can't believe it, but it has been 2 months with my new locks. I feel like it's been 3 days, but at the same time I am so used to it now, I can't remember what it was like to have really long locks. So I'm just in my bathroom right now getting ready for the day, and I thought I would talk a little bit about the changes I saw in the last month. If you want to go back and watch my 1 month update, you can do that and also see how different they are. Obviously I have a towel on my head right now because I just finished washing my hair, but my locks look different. So first I'm going to show you guys just how I washed my hair a second ago. Nothing too special, but I did get some questions in my last couple of videos about that, and then I will meet you back here. Okay, so now that my hair is clean, I usually just keep it in this microfiber towel for an unspecified amount of time. I get dressed, I just had a smoothie, kind of get ready for the day, and then I take the towel off. I don't really care if my hair is fully dry under it or not, because my hair does not take a long time to dry either way. But it's nice to have it out of the way in the towel while I'm getting ready. So the first thing that I noticed was mid-March, on Saturday before the Oscars, which were on a Sunday. I don't remember the date, but my boyfriend and I were out getting some things for our Oscars party, which was going to be the next day. And I remember it was so humid outside because we've had historical rainfall in California this winter, and it's just been raining for 3 months straight. So it was super humid that day, and I remember that once I got outside, after a few minutes I could feel my hair expanding, and my boyfriend was like, I can't tell like where your twists are. And I was like, oh no. And then we got home and like it calmed down a little bit, but it kind of never went back after that. So I've been in the frizzy stage now since then. So it kind of like, I guess, progressed my lock journey along a little bit faster than it would have otherwise. And also, you guys know I do wash my hair at least once a week. So once it started getting really frizzy, it also meant that whenever I finish washing my hair, there's like a bigger chance of some of the locks having come loose. So mainly that has just been the ones in the back where my hair is a different texture, and I just keep redoing them. And like, I'm looking now and yeah, they're out. Which means after this I will get in there with my mirror and try to redo some of them. So let me see if I can show you guys. So I feel like this is loose. Not so much in the middle. It's here. It's like the lowest part of my hairline. I'm not sure what to do, but I just keep putting them back in. Like this one, see, it's not fully loose. Like it still has a defined end. So I'll just go in and like interlock that back up. But on this side, I don't know. First I was like retwisting them, and then last Friday, exactly a week ago, I was actually went in and like just braided all of them. Like I redid the parts and I braided them. But even the braids come out when I wash my hair, so I'm not really sure. Obviously I don't braid and band in the shower. I mentioned that in my 1 month update. I've never done that before, so I don't even really know how, and I'm not sure if it's worth it, like, because nowhere else on my head am I having any issues with my hair coming loose. It's in the places you'd expect. It's just kind of like, now I'm 2 months in, so every time I'm redoing this, that means in the back they aren't locking at all. So I kind of just need like something that will keep them in until the hair can lock a little bit. So if you guys know of any solutions to that, please let me know. I've done the twists, I've done the braids, and I've done the interlocks, and they just come loose. I'm thinking it's just because the hair is really short, so maybe like as it gets longer, it won't come as loose, hopefully. So like, see, I just did this one back up because I could just interlock it because the end was still intact. I'm gonna leave it loose underneath like this because that's really, really short. This side, I can't tell. I think that's 2 locks, 2 or 3, so I'll redo that after this. And so this is what my hair looks like when it's wet, just out of the shower. Yeah, I'm not having any unraveling, not having any dandruff, no lint, no buildup, nothing. It's actually going super great. I don't know if my hair is locking. Like I said, it's less, my twists are a lot less defined since it's been really humid out, but I don't know. Look at this. This is like so few strands of hair. I don't know though if it's doing the locking process. This whole journey right now is a bit of an experiment. I've always started my locks with braids, which means the hair is super compact from day one, and therefore you don't really have to do anything or worry about it. It just locks without you even noticing. But with twists, the hair can untwist, the hair becomes loose. It's closer to like loose hair. So I don't know what the steps are. I need to watch some more YouTube videos because I feel like I've heard people before talk about like budding and budding and stuff like that. I don't really know what that means. So I'm right here. I am just quickly interlocking this one that I just showed you guys because it was pretty loose. So yeah, this is something that I do pretty much every time after I wash my hair, is I just sort of like quickly look around my head in the areas where I know my hair is finer, or I know where my like parts were smaller, and I just go in and sort of like, you know, tighten the integrity of the lock. At the crown of my head right here, I have several like really small twists, just because of how my parts ended up being. So now this is better. So you can see like this is what I just interlocked versus like it looks a little looser here. And then right next to it, see another like super small one. Whenever the next time I am actually interlocking my whole head, I might just combine some of these, but I don't want to do it when I'm like not looking closely at all of my parts, because I don't want to like combine ones that shouldn't be together, you know, to keep the structural integrity and all that. But like these are super thin, so I probably will end up doing that. I also know that some of my roots are starting to marry, which is normal and fine. When I was a kid, my parents would separate my locks while I was sleeping because I hated them to touch my hair when I was awake. But I like the feeling of it, of like ripping the roots apart, so I don't have a problem with that. And I'll probably make a video when I do that. It is super satisfying. Oh, this one's not going so well. I'm actually just going to twist this and leave it alone. It's a little too thin for me to deal with right now. In fact, I think it's because this is part of it. Okay. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for like the actual lock updates. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, I know everyone's hair has a different journey and like how it looks at different stages. We're 2 months in, so 8 weeks. I'm not exactly sure what it's supposed to look like. I haven't had any more shrinkage, which is what makes me think that my hair isn't starting to lock yet like I thought it was, because I feel like as it locks it should be getting shorter. But again, it's tough because I don't have like 4C hair texture, so it doesn't like behave perfectly for making locks, I think. Okay, there we go. See, I just like retwisted this. So you can see this is how long my hair actually is. Alright, so I know I had a few over there. On this side, I also have like super thin ones on this side, but they are doing a lot better. And I think that's just because my hair kind of naturally parts on this side. So these locks are like protected like underneath all my other hair, whereas these ones are a little more exposed. And yeah, and then the other ones that would be coming loose are these ones on the front, and surprisingly they're not. These are other ones that I, you know, went in and like started braiding as well, like these super small ones, and they're doing really well. They have not come out, so it's just the back of my head, like pretty much the hair that grows on my neck, which maybe it's just because that hair isn't even like really part of the hair on my head. I shouldn't be doing anything with it, but since I have such a short haircut right now, it shows like in the back, so I think that's why I keep trying to make it look neater, just because you can see it. Like when I have longer locks, like obviously I know my hair, I know that the hair in the back of my head has pretty much never been locked. It's always kind of just been loose underneath my locks, but I've never had hair so short that you could see that. So I don't know, I would want someone to like be behind me and notice that like for some reason the bottom of my hair is not the same hairstyle as the rest of my head. I don't know, maybe no one cares and no one's even looking, but. And yeah, so that's sort of like my weekly process that I just did. Literally just like, you know, right now my hair is damp. I'm doing 2-strand interlocking, and I don't use a tool. I've always preferred doing it this way so I can do my hair casually and do it as needed. So like when my hair is damp right when I get out of the shower, I just go through to the areas where I know some hair could have come loose, just basically the perimeter, and I just deal with any of those that need dealing with. I'm gonna do this bit off camera because I need to use my mirrors and stuff, but before I go, I'll just show you guys the rest of what I do. So you can see my hair is a lot longer. It's growing quickly. Obviously it's still shrunk. If my hair wasn't shrunk, I'd have like a little bob. I am loving it though. It's like, I mean, it's drying right now, so it's shrinking every second, but it's getting long. Usually in the morning, I would just spray it with my rosemary water. But since my hair is wet right now and I just got out of the shower, I'm not gonna spray it with rosemary water. I'm going to moisturize, of course. So, this is my grapeseed oil and rosemary oil mix. And first, I just take like one dropper full and I just go and put it directly on my scalp. And a little goes a long way, at least for me. Again, everyone's hair and scalp is different. My hair and scalp personally don't love oils. Grapeseed is the like lightest, one of the lightest oils, if not the lightest oil you can use on your hair. So I really don't need a lot. Like my hair never feels dry during the week, and honestly, when I remember to, I probably only really moisturize like with an oil at most twice a week. It's usually like when I get out of the shower or like when I finish washing my hair, and like maybe like 3 days from now. Because using my rosemary oil every morning really keeps my hair hydrated. It never feels dry. My hair is always really nice and soft. So I'm just rubbing this into my scalp. And then usually what I would do is later, once my hair is fully dry, I will take one more dropper and just moisturize my actual hair. But I don't moisturize my hair, or I don't use oil on my hair when it's like really wet. You want to put oil on your hair when it's like, I don't know how to say it. When it's damp, but like not really wet, because oil and water don't mix. But at the same time, water is the first step in moisturizing properly. So ideally, like I would spray water, so it's like a really light coating of water, and then put in oil, and that really like seals in the moisture, and I usually can like feel that right away, like it's super hydrated, soft and nice. But if I put the oil on my hair right now when it's like pretty wet, or like if I put the oil on my hair right now when it's like pretty damp, once it dries, it will feel dry. Like the oil will have just been sitting on top of my hair and going to waste. So yeah, I like this process too, you know, pretty much giving myself a nice scalp massage. The hair loss that I experienced during long COVID has pretty much stopped. I don't have a lot of shedding in the shower. I don't notice any clumps on the floor. So I've really just been focusing on filling back in those areas, and it's mostly like right here, sort of like between like my hairline and the crown of my head. It's like where I would wear a headband, essentially, is the thinner part of my hair. And I'm not doing too much to it now because I learned my lesson, less is more, as long as you're consistent. So rosemary oil has been my main thing in fighting this. You know, I hit it with a dose every day with my rosemary water, which, by the way, I'm going to make a video on exactly how I make my rosemary water, because there are a couple methods you can do. You can make it with actual rosemary like leaves, or with rosemary oil. Rosemary leaves are going to be more effective, but they are different. Like a rosemary water made with the leaves could make residue and build up on your scalp. It has a color. I know some people prefer to only use clear products in their hair. And it also is just like, it's more potent, but you shouldn't use it as frequently, and you also need to like keep it in the fridge and make sure not to use it after like 2 weeks. So it's just more of a whole thing, whereas using rosemary water made with the oil still is really great for your hair, but is not as high maintenance. So I think it depends what your goals are. I know some people swear that using rosemary water made with leaves has their hair grown like 10 inches overnight. Personally, my hair grows really fast by itself, so that's not my goal. I use it for all of its benefits, not just hair growth. I also have rosemary oil inside of my shampoo that I showed you guys. I guess it's in pretty much all hair products nowadays, but if it isn't in them, I usually put a few drops. And I look at my hands to see if they're oily. If they're not oily, that means I have rubbed it all in. And I think I have. So now I'll show you guys quickly how I kind of style my hair. You guys know I cut a pixie cut 2 months ago. I trim it here and there to keep the shape, but my hair is growing. So it's a grown out pixie. It's a little, kind of like a little bowl cut now, which I think is super cute. So what I do is just like this with my fingers, I kind of go in and I'm like floofing it as it dries. And my hair naturally parts on this side. So basically like right here is the point where all my hair grows out for this haircut. So I pull this to the front here to kind of make my front bang. My bangs are starting to get a little long when they go on my eyebrows, so I've lately been doing this, kind of like pushing it to the side as it dries so it stays like that. And then this side, and then again, since my hair is growing out, it's starting to look a little awkward on the sides because it's too long. So the last couple of weeks I have been just tucking that behind my ear, and I think it's super cute. It also like instantly helps with the shape, as you can see, like, so I don't have wings. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That is what my hair is looking like right now. And I think that's it for this update. Let me know if you guys have more questions. I thought I wouldn't know what to say in these updates, but I have been talking for like 20 minutes, so I guess there was something. And if you have also just started a lock journey or a new lock journey, please let me know in the comments. I would love to follow along, because doing this, I have realized that I really don't know like how things are supposed to be in this beginning process. I feel like I've never really like paid that much attention, I guess, to the stages of my hair locking, because I've like pretty much always had locks, and they've always started with braids, so it's like always been really hands-off. But now that I've been like dealing with actual hair stuff, I have been paying more attention, and I'm loving the journey. Also, I just noticed this. Is this something? is this hair becoming a lock? Is this something? It's like a hard little thing right there. I don't know. Just gonna put that back in. Alright guys, well I am finished getting ready now. I'm gonna do this, but then I am headed out to a date to see Dungeons and Dragons, which is why I'm wearing my little corset today. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!